Hi guys, it's Angela with Andy Styles Boutique and welcome to our channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you are a repeat viewer, welcome back. If you're a subscriber, thank you guys for rocking with us. We love you. We really do. All right, so let's make something for ourselves. So many times as a crafter, I fulfill customer orders, or if it's a oops, I end up giving it to my sister who takes them happily. But very seldom do I make something for myself. And I don't know about you guys if you tend to make things for yourself or not, but I very seldom make things for myself. So this video is let's make something for myself. But before we jump into that, if you like what we do, please subscribe. I'm inviting you to subscribe. If you know someone that could benefit from our channel, please share the video. Invite them to subscribe to the channel as well. Please ignore my finger. This nail fell right on off while I was working at the salon and I couldn't get in with my nail tech. But anywho, please don't judge me too harshly for that. So anyway, making something for myself. If you have been around the channel, you know I'm a flight attendant. And one of the things a flight attendant has is bags. A lot of them. If you're a flyer or if you're flying, you're in the airport or whatever, you will see flight attendants with 3, sometimes 4 bags, depending on what their life is like. Well, I have to go to work tomorrow, and my bag is no different from a flight attendant's bag. I have a lunch bag, rollerboard suitcase, and I have a backpack that I carry my personal things in because I don't like carrying purses. But anyway, when you're putting all those bags into the van to go to your hotel for your overnight, everything looks the same. It all looks the same. Sometimes you'll find a flight attendant that's creative and they'll tie ribbon or something else onto their luggage, or some people will buy items from other crafters who make and sell bag tags and so on and so forth. Well, I make stuff. So I was going to purchase from someone and I was like, you make the same thing. You're a crafter. You have all this stuff at your house. How dare you? So anyway, I'm going to make a bag tag for my lunchbox. So let's do it. Follow me. Join me. All right. So what I'm going to do is I have these. These are keychain. These are circles that I use for keychains. It's 4x4. It has already a hole cut out. I ordered these online from a company that makes them. They made them by hand. So I'm going to take that. I also created some sublimation circles that I'm going to use. And I have beads that I'm going to use to, you see I got this, oops, I'm still dropping stuff. Hold on, let me grab that. There we go. I have this big bowl of beads. So those are the beads I want to use. I have keychain hooks. I have the kind that's already assembled. And then I have the kind you have to assemble. Not going to use those, but I wanted to show them to you, and I have another one here. I have that's my dog. She's not in here with me. She's outside and she's not happy. I have a Teflon mat that I'm going to use. I'm going to use my Cricut Easy Press, Heat Press, whatever it's called. Then I went and I printed out some circles using glitter. So I'm going to try and see which circle will go best on my image. So I have some scissors. I know I do, but of course I either drop them or I put them away. Probably drop them, so let me grab another pair. All right, I'm constantly buying scissors because I can never have too many. So I'm going to, when you're sublimating and you print out your images, before you adhere it to whatever you're putting it on, this black outline, you always want to cut that off. Always, always, always. You never want to leave that on because that line will print and it will be just as dark, if not darker, than your image. And it's hard. I have not been successful in getting it off. Some of you may have. And if you have, please drop it in the comments and share what you did to get rid of it. So you can sublimate using white glitter. You can sublimate using silver glitter, gold glitter. You can use a pastel yellow. You can use a Carolina blue or a light blue. White. You can also use bone beige, whatever you want to call it, off-white. Any one of those. The lighter the glitter that you use, the better your image comes out. Alright, so I have cut this. Now I get to decide which one I'm going to use. Let me grab my parchment paper, because if you have seen sublimation going on, you know parchment paper is a must. So because this is a smaller project, I'm going to cut this parchment paper in half. I'm also going to, sorry, I know that was probably loud. My apologies. I'm going to use 2 of these Teflon sheets. One to protect my desk, the other to use for my image. All right, so first things first, I'm going to do a white one. The heat press is ready. So first things first, you want to grab your circle. And you want to just remove this backing. They come with the backing already on, and I just move one at a time. I just remove it. The reason I don't pull the other one off is because I want it to keep its shape, and in my mind, it kind of helps. Never been proven, but this is in my mind. All right, so first things first, I'm going now. My circles, let me tell you, I went ahead and created this circle a while ago. It has the circle and it has the little hole, the little cutout. But because I couldn't remember what my measurements were for it, so I ended up not remembering what those measurements were. So I apologize for that. I want to do... Let's do white. Well, this one doesn't have the circle in it, but I'm still going to line it up. You can always take a bead reamer and put that circle in here. Put that hole in there for yourself. So all I'm doing, guys, is lining this up. Trying to line it up as perfectly as possible so that when I iron it or when I press it, it's not hanging off the blank, the acrylic blank. That's what this is. Sorry if I didn't tell you earlier. So I'm just going to press this on there. We're going to put the vinyl, to do the glitter vinyl. You don't have to use your parchment sheet because we're not sublimating anything yet. But we are going to use our Teflon sheet. And I'm going to press it, put a little pressure, and we're going to do 60 seconds. Because I want the glitter to adhere to the Teflon sheet before I put my image on. All right, it's been on 20 seconds. I'm going to pull that up and see if it adhered. It did not, so it may take the whole 60. Actually, well, let's go. Let's see what it's going to do. I may have to take, this may be a little too thick. Although this Teflon sheet is supposed to help push the heat down onto whatever you're transferring the image or the glitter or the vinyl onto. It's supposed to help push it down, but it's got 9 seconds. Well, 6 seconds. So let's see how this looks. All right, so there's that. And I'm going to see if it'll lift up. I'm thinking that was too much. So let's try it again. We're going to do the flour sack. Let's put this on there. Let's count it down. And while that is doing, I'm going to see which image I want to put on there. All right, so let's see if that was enough. Let's see. I'm going to take and squeegee it down to see if that heat is going to help it to adhere. Didn't adhere like I needed to. It is adhering, but I'm just going to peel it. And you know what? It's sticking. I'm going to pull it up though, because it does have the circle in here. The dog made her way in. So if you see me looking around like crazy, and it did start to adhere, so. And I don't know if this is going to be usable now that that has started to adhere. So I'm not going to even chance it, y'all. We're going to just start over. All right, let's put that there. Let's do a new one. All right, let's pull this off. I don't remember putting that hole in there, but it's definitely there. So now I have to go in and line it up with the hole in there. So let's see. I printed these out. I can't really remember why I didn't use these. I don't know if it was too big for the disc or it was hard for me to line the hole up, or if I just made too many. Who knows? It could have been anything. All right, so there's the little circle. So I'm just going to pull that out. All right, so there's my circle. And here's my circle on my disc. I'm just going to try to line that up. There we go. All right, so I'm going to line it up. And I'm going to try to press it so that it will come off and adhere to my disc. Make sure, oops, it moved. So we got to put that back. Line it back. Let me line it back up. I think the problem with it was it wasn't, yeah, that was a problem. It wasn't lining up perfectly, which is why I stopped using these. All right, let's see what we get. And although this is for me, I still want it to be nice because you never know when you're going to get a sale. So I'm just going to press that. I am going to press it down and let it count down. Let's see. Which one do I want to use? I think I want to do Good Morning Gorgeous. I think that's the one I'm going to use. And don't know if my beads will match what I have on my design, but we'll see. That part is not as important. I want to focus on getting the sublimation on here, showing you guys how to do that. All right. Oops. Not quite ready, but almost. almost ready. All right, there we go. Let's take that off. Now I am doing a warm peel, so I'm going to peel it off. It is hot. Probably should have my gloves on, I know. Where's the gloves? It is hot. All right, so what I'm going to do, it had some bubbles, so I'm just going to go in with my squeegee and remove those bubbles. Squeegee, hand, whatever works. All right, so it is on the cylinder. All right, so now it is hot, y'all. It's really hot. Safety first. Tamp down on the excitement and let's get some safety going on. All right, so I want to do Good Morning Gorgeous. So I'm just gonna line it up. Now the hole is there, so I want the hole to, I want to line the hole up where all the little squiggly designs are. So there's that. Now we tape it down. Yes, I still tape it down, although it's a little big. I still tape it down because if for some reason it doesn't give me the good color that I want, I'll be able to just lift the tape up to see it, and then I'll be able to put the tape back down. All right, let's get some tape here. And we're just going to tape it down. And I'm going to do 4 strips because if you're sublimating, there's no such thing as too much tape. All right. These are new scissors. I got them at Ross. Ross is a good place to go and just get crafts, like no rhyme or reason crafts, I call them. Scissors, because you always need scissors, and so on and so forth. All right, make sure you have your ventilation going before you start doing this. I have a parchment sheet under, parchment sheet over. It's just a habit. And then we're going to, I'm still going to use my flour sack. Just going to put a little pressure and I'm just going to let it count down. And it's a counting. Now, I have created a silver circle, a gold circle, and I have a orange circle, but I don't know. The orange, I definitely know the design will not look as good on. I will try a design on the silver just so you guys can see what you will end up with if you try to sublimate on the silver. I think with the silver, the darker colors came out better when I did it before. I haven't tried the gold, and the orange is my first time. It'll be my first time doing that. I won't do it on this video because of the design. I don't think my design will look good. See, that's the design. They all have this funky, this color scheme. So I don't think that'll look as good. All right, so I'm going to put my gloves on. And we're going to see what came out of this white. Oh, I got to cut it first. I can lift it up. Oh, that's really, really pretty. but I still have some ink left. Sometimes when you sublimate, you're not going to get all your ink on there. But I'm going to leave that. I'm going to hit it again. And it may be because I'm using the flour sack. But we're going to hit it again. And I'm only going to do 30 seconds this time. And it may be, I don't know if it's the pressure that I'm not putting a lot of pressure on it, or if it's because I have this thicker flour sack on. Normally I'll use a Teflon sheet, but this is what I had handy. This is what I had near me, so this is what I'm using. So the point of me saying that is stick to what works. Don't make extra work for yourself. Don't make it too hard on yourself. All right, let's see what we have here. Let's turn this off. Oh, that's better. That's better. Because I can see my color coming through my paper. Much better. Now with these cylinders, you do want to put something over it heavy. Put something on top of it heavy while it cools down, so it will retain its shape. So the beads are gonna go there. And while we're letting it cool down, I'm gonna go ahead and do this part, which I wasn't gonna do because I didn't think I had enough time. I didn't want to make the video too long. But if I can get this off, okay, there we go. So I can show you how I do this part. So I take the string, the same string I use for my bracelets that I make, and I just stretch it and even it up. Now, this is a little long, so I'm just going to do 4. I think I'm going to do 4. Well, maybe let's see. Let's even it up. Let's line it up while that is cooling. And we want to keep the shape of it. All right, so I'm just going to, this is as long as I want it to hang. So I'm just going to feed my beads onto here, if they will go. I had the great idea to do 4. It may not do it. Nope, it's not, because the bead isn't, the hole in the bead isn't thick enough for 4. So we're just going to do 2. I can always tie it off. All right, so let's get it even. And we'll put our beads on here. I typically do 6 to 8 beads, depending on how long I want to make my keychain. Or in this case, it's going to be a lunchbox. It's going on my lunchbox. It won't go through there. It will not. And I'm sure my cylinder has cooled off by now. Oh, there it goes. All right, so just slide it down. And I'm going to do a pink, a blue, and a clear one. And then after that, we're going to put our multicolored one on. These are so pretty. I love these beads. And I got them different places. Different places. dollarbead.com. Where else did I get them? I think Karen Thomas. I think it's Karen. I think she's changed her website to KarenThomasUSA.com has them. I mean, you can get some on Amazon. I have not purchased any from Amazon. You can also get them off of AliExpress. They're called bubblegum beads. These are the 12 millimeter bubblegum beads. They have 10 millimeter as well. They have tons and tons of colors. Yet the possibilities are endless when you're dealing with these type of beads. All right, so this is how that's that. Then what I do is I tie it on. Oops, get in there. You know what? I think I did this wrong, y'all. Because what I normally do, I did it wrong. It goes the other way. Oops. I did it wrong. All right, so how I really do it is that I'll put it through this part here. And I do it like that. Sorry. All of that for me to do it wrong. All right. So I go through the keychain and then I put this through here. It didn't, you know how when you do something it don't feel right, but you go with it? It didn't feel right, the process. But I oops, thought I had it right, but it didn't. I'm still dropping stuff. I'll be glad when this phase of my life goes away. So all right, then you just stick it through here. Let me get this going so we can wrap this video up. I am really struggling with the length of my videos. If you guys have an opinion, or if you like the length and the detail that I go into when I do these videos, let me know. Or if you feel like it should be shorter, let me know that as well. I want this channel to be a teaching channel. I want you guys to learn from it, but I also don't want to bore you to tears or you guys to stop watching because the videos are too long. All right, so yes, this is how I do it. I did it correctly. So then I'll have this like that. And then I just tie it. Nothing spectacular. I just tie it until I get a knot close enough to the last bead, and where the hole won't go through. That's all I do. And it's on my leg, and I'm just tying it. It's just a little more comfortable for me to do it like that. All right, see how my knot is forming? So I'll tie that again until I have it's not gaudy or ugly, the knot. I tie it till it looks cute. It's cute enough to hang out in that space, but not too big to where it just looks like I didn't care. You want it to stop at the hole, but you don't want it to go in the, you want it to make it big enough where it goes in the hole. So, and I do it better on my leg. I guess that's out of habit, and I'm sorry, but that's just how I'm able to get that knot the way I want it, as tight as I need it. All right. One more, and then you'll see this is done. All right, that's it. So then I'll take my scissors and cut it very close. That's it. That's the keychain. Now my cylinder should be ready. My nails are cute, but they're not worth nothing. All right, so this is my Sublimated keychain. Oops, can you see it? There she is. It says, "Good morning, gorgeous." Now it is off because, and that's why I stopped using the white ones. They were a little too big. You can clean that up with a craft knife. You can just go around there and clean that up. This is for me, so I will not be doing that. I am going to put I'm going to put one of these on here because I like them. And I'm going to put this here. And I just put this on here through there like that. And then this one, I make it like this because I want it to have that drop. And this one here, I don't know what happened to it, why it's open and it's looking a little flicked, but oops, that came right on off. All right, it's not happy, but this is the look. And I'll take some pliers and I'll fix that part. I'll take some jewelry pliers and fix that part. But this is the anyway, it's the keychain that the keychain I made for my lunchbox. So I'm just gonna try to put that in there, but I'll fix that. But this is it. I like it, other than the little faux pas that I have with this keychain. But yeah, this is it. She's gonna go on my lunchbox. I have it somewhere in the room, but this is it. So let's do another one really quick because I did promise you I'd show you what it looked like on the silver. All right, so we're gonna take the silver, circle out, and I'm just peeling it. I think that's what I did yesterday. Or the other day when I was doing this. Let's get rid of some stuff. And let's get another cylinder. Not really sure how this is going to look because that silver is really dark, but we're going to see. I probably should have opted for a lighter silver just to sublimate on. If you want to use that for sublimation, opt for a lighter silver. In which they may have now since it is summer. All right, so line it up. And I know that was off. I didn't even have to ask anybody. All right. This is a pretty silver. If this comes out right, I'll put this one on my suitcase. All right, so let's go ahead and Cricket. The machine went off. It just went off. You know what? I might have turned it off. I'll go with that. I'll go with I turned it off. All right, so that's on there. We're gonna let that heat up, and then I'm gonna line this up with that. I hope it comes out really pretty. All right, so there's that, and I'm lining it up. We're gonna tape it. 4 pieces of tape is all I'm going to use. All right, so there's that. Put this tape over here. just going to tape it. The heat press is ready, so I'm just going to lay this here. I have it this way because I don't want to get the circle off center now that I have it lined up. All right, so there we go. Let's get this. There we go. Our butcher paper. One on the bottom, one on the top. So since I have this on here, I'm going to go ahead and do 120 minutes with this towel, flour sack. Y'all, I do not know why I keep dropping things. It's like forever dropping things. So that one said spill the tea, sis. And I'm trying to see if I have something. There's a blue. The blues are a little funny. The blues that I have in my stash. It's not really, they're not really pretty. They don't really match. We can do a red. I don't really like these. Let's see. I don't know, what y'all think? You see them? I guess they're okay. All right, so there is a beep. That was 60 seconds. Let's take a peek. And I don't see it really coming through, but I'm gonna look under here. Yeah, I need to press it more. So let's go ahead and count that now. My dog is stealing. She is a thief. She steals whatever I have that does not belong to her. And a lot of times it's me chasing her, running her down. All right. We'll see how that looks. But I'm not going to do that part on the camera. I'm just going to do that off. Let's see. 24 seconds left there. Let's see how this is coming through. Not really on that side. Let's see how this one's coming through. All right, so this silver is going to require a little more pressing. So I'm going to do another one. I'm going to stand up and put some pressure on it and see if that makes a difference. We did tape it down, so the tape is not the issue. I think the issue is the silver. If you choose a silver vinyl, I would use a silver, a light silver. But I have sublimated on this dark silver, but the colors I used were dark. Okay, now let's see. This may be a wash. Let's see. Well, it's got some potential. So I'm just gonna sit this on top, let it cool down for a bit, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like, and you can see what I ended up with. Yeah, so this has, I want to use this orange so bad, but my designs have orange in it, and I know it's just going to bleed and blend in. So let me clean this up. All right, hopefully this is ready. I don't know, it may not be. Did it get it shaped? Let's see. I'm anxious to see how it really looks. Yeah. Yeah. That silver is not. Yeah. You can see it, but it's not anything I would expect to be a conversation starter. And see, a lot of the ink was left, so I guess I could have just pressed it more. Anyway, that's that. Guys, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for watching me create a keychain for my lunchbox. Happy crafting.